Welcome back. I'm Kelsey Fabian. It is Fitness Friday here on WBKB Early Morning, and Trina Gray is here from the Bay Athletic Club. Good morning, Trina.
Good morning. So nice to be here again.
Now, I hear you're here to talk about active kids have active parents. Tell us a little bit about this.
Well, I was at my daughter's volleyball game the other night, and it's certainly a concept I'm already aware of, but when I looked around the gym and realized how many of the girls playing had parents who I knew were physically active on a regular basis, and it struck me that it's not just something to talk about, it's real. Active parents have active kids, not just because they're setting the example for them, because they've made it a priority in their own life and they're encouraging their kids to choose things to make it a priority in their life. And Kelsey, it matters. It matters that our kids are active, and parents are the number one, or the people in the household, the caregivers, are one of the number one indicators if your kids are going to be active. It's whether you are willing to set the example.
And do you have some examples?
Sure. There's one of my favorite examples of a family who's really overhauled their household and it's affected their kids is my friend Kelly Webb. Kelly recently earned her, finished school to get her registered nurse degree, and she did. And a year and a half ago, Kelly was obese, out of shape, overweight, terrible eating habits, and on her way to become a nurse. And she just had the realization that not only was she not setting a great example for her household, she wasn't setting a great example as a future nurse. So she took things under control and started exercising and started overhauling her own eating habits first. Let's fast forward a year and a half later. Kelly Webb is down more than 100 pounds, and her two children, Austin, who's 13, and Taylor, who's 10, now choose better foods in the household. But let's talk about why. They choose better foods because that's what's there.
Yeah. They don't know any better.
They know what's in the household.
Right.
Kelly has started shopping for different foods, and I asked her the other day, Kelly, exactly how do you make it easy for your kids to make the right choices? She said, Trina, I just stopped buying the junk. I make it easy for them to make the right choices because I cut up fruit and I put it someplace visible in the fridge so there's not junk food around to tempt them. So that's just a great example of a local mom who's lost 100 pounds herself, overhauled her own habits, included exercise in her life, and both of her teenage and preteen children are going to be on the road to better health themselves because of it.
Now, you had mentioned to me in an email that because parents have skinny kids, they assume they're healthy. Why is this a common misconception?
I'm so glad you mentioned that because something I hear a lot at the health club is, oh, he can eat whatever he wants and he'll never keep the weight on and he's skinny as a rail. And after I listen to what the parents say, I like to share with them that skinny doesn't mean healthy. That if you put mud water in your car, you're still putting mud water in your car. Putting muddy things in your kids is still mud. You're teaching them right now that pop and chips and processed food are okay. And they're not. You're setting them up for a lifetime of struggle. So to parents with skinny kids or parents themselves who are skinny, it still matters the fuel you pick for your body. There's one statistic out there that tells you that kids who are obese or overweight right now are 70% more likely to be overweight or obese as adults. It's not something that you outgrow. You don't outgrow bad habits. So parents, whether your child right now is skinny or overweight, what you feed them really matters.
It really sets them up for their future intake.
It certainly does.
And what do you suggest parents do with their kids to keep them active? Do you have any ideas of parent-kid activities?
Good question. I mean, the best thing that I can suggest is that parents set the example, that let your kids find what they love, whether it's, jump roping, dancing, martial arts, riding a bike. There's lots of things that kids would love to explore, but the biggest thing is to see mom and dad exploring, or their caregiver, their aunt, their uncle, their grandma. To see the adult in their life exploring different fitness is what will make it most likely for them to want to do that as well. A couple more shocking statistics I want to make sure that your viewers hear. Right now, 1 in every 3 American children is overweight or obese. That has tripled since I was born. So just a little over 30 years ago, that number has tripled. 1/3 of kids are overweight.
Well, yeah, I read that this generation is the most obese generation in history.
It's a terrible statistic, but one that we can certainly change day by day, pound by pound, meal by meal.
Parent by parent.
Parent by parent, we can make the difference. There's another statistic that kind of goes along with that in my eyes. I was shocked to read recently that 1 in every 3 young children, I think it's age 14 through or 4 through high school, so kindergarten through high school. 1/3 of all of those students have a fast food meal every single day.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of fast food.
That's a lot of fast food. That's excessive fast food. So if parents are looking, caregivers right now want to make a change, cut out the pop, eliminate or minimize fast food, choose fruits and veggies, get active, and show your kids that a lifetime of healthy living is the best gift you can give them.
And summer is coming up, so it's a great time to be active. There's so much to do here in Alpena.
Oh, that's so nice of you to say. It certainly is fun to get outside and enjoy the great outdoors. Parents, get up, get moving, and show your kids that healthy living matters.
All right, well, thank you so much for being here, Trina, and stay tuned because sports is next with Travis Kozak.